Hello my bookworms, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sydney, and today's video will be a reading vlog. Most likely we will be doing some updates on the new house. Focus everybody, focus. Hello? And I am also doing a readathon this weekend with my patrons, so we should be getting a lot of pages in this weekend, which will make for a great reading vlog. So welcome. So hey, what's up? How are you? I hope you're doing well. I just ran down the stairs and now I'm out of breath. But thank you so much for being here and hanging out with me for a little bit. Right now, we are sprinting with my patrons. We did some kickoff sprints starting at about 10 a.m. and now it is noon. I just made another cup of coffee. Well, heated up another cup of coffee. Oh. Fuck. And spilled it everywhere. This is great. This is a great idea. Good job, Sydney. But okay. Hi. Currently, I am reading The 10,000 Doors of January by Alex E. Harrow, and it is the second book I've read by her. The first one was the Once and Future Witches, which I absolutely loved. So I'm very excited to be reading this one. I'm really enjoying it so far. I am about 130 pages in, and I just really love her writing style. I think it's absolutely beautiful, and I really do enjoy like the dual storyline aspect. I was nervous about how I was going to feel about like the book within a book type thing, but I'm liking it. Right now, I'm really enjoying it, and I am just going to accept that and run with it. And that's really all I'm doing today is reading, because I'm trying to get through 3 books this weekend. I want to finish 1,000 Doors of January. I want to start and finish Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo, and then hopefully I can either start and finish The Nature of Witches, or if I'm really pressed for time, then I will read Where the Drowned Girls Go by Shannah McGuire, which just came out on the 4th. Because the readathon that I'm doing with my patrons is going from today, Friday, up until Sunday night. And yeah, we're gonna have a great time. Tonight we're doing a movie night on Teleparty or Watch Party or whatever you wanna call it. But that's it, that's what's happening today. I'm gonna move my stuff from the table over here to the couch so that Avi can sit on the couch with me and be comfy as well. But yeah, welcome to the vlog. It is now about 5:30. It is 5:30 in the afternoon. We have had a full day of sprinting. We sprinted for like 6 hours, but it was awesome. Everyone was super productive. I only have like 50 pages left of 10,000 Doors of January, and I'm really liking it. I was nervous because I love The Once and Future Witches, and I was just nervous that I wasn't gonna like this one because 1, I'm just an anxious person, and 2, I've heard some mixed reviews about this book, so I really wanted to love it. And honestly, I really do I like it a lot. I'm really enjoying my time reading it. This book has the like book within a book type thing going on, and I wasn't sure if that was going to take me out of the story itself, because I know that was the issue for some people, and that didn't happen. Like, I really felt like each timeline or storyline that we were following really complemented each other really nicely, and obviously both storylines were super important to each other's storyline. And about halfway through, there was just like some plot twists that I was like, okay, yep, this is really cool, really liking it. And so I've just kind of been along for the ride. Pretty much all day I've just been listening to it while doing my bullet journal. I realized earlier that I said that I was going to be moving everything over to the couch, and I never made it to the couch. I sat down here to do a little bit of my bullet journal, and then I ended up just sitting here all day and doing my bullet journal, which I'm not mad about because I got so much done and I'm really liking it. I'm excited to show you all in the near future what I ended up doing for this year. I'm just about finished with it actually, which is really cool. I wanted to kind of get it done this weekend, and I got more than I was expecting to get done today. So that's awesome. It was a very productive day. I only have, like I said, 50 pages left, so I will finish this for sure before I go to bed, and hopefully maybe even start the next book. I think I'm gonna pick up Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. But right now, friends, what we're doing is we are having a movie night with my patrons. So I put a poll on the channel and had everyone vote for what movie they wanted to watch tonight. And the Bee Movie is a running joke within my greenhouse family. And I put it on there as an option, as a joke, and it won. Everyone pretty much voted for the Bee Movie. So guess who's watching the Bee Movie? We are. I really didn't think that it would actually win, but here we are. We're actually going to watch the Bee Movie, and it's fine. Everything's going to be great. Another big component of this weekend that I am trying to implement within everybody is at least one big self-care thing every day. So I just took off this like blackhead peel thing. So I had that on my cheeks and my nose here. Just took that off, and I'm going to put on one of those like gold eye mask things. I have it in the fridge right now to cool it off. It's going to be really nice. And I also made myself a Tom Collins, which I'm very stoked about. I normally am just like, I'll have a gin and tonic. I love a gin and tonic. But today we made a Tom Collins, and it is fabulous. So we are for sure in the right mindset for the Bee Movie. We're gonna have a great time. Our movie night is starting at 6 p.m. I told Caleb he better get his butt home because he's gonna miss the premiere of the Bee Movie and he's never seen it. But yeah, that's it. We're having a great night. How excited?
So excited.
First time Bee Movie watcher?
Yeah.
Did you think you were gonna die before you saw it?
Yes.
Here we go.
Let's go.
Well, the Bee Movie was absolutely iconic. Tell the people, how was your first experience with the Bee Movie?
I feel like I'll never be the same person.
I'll take it. It was a lot of fun. I definitely haven't seen it since I was like a kid, and it was, I think, even funnier as an adult because it's absolutely absurd and
When did that come out?
iconic. I was a kid.
Really? It's that old?
Yeah, it's old. Look it up. 2005?
2007.
Legendary.
15 years?
15 years ago, and it holds up. Whoa, very blurry. Okay.
Blurry.
Be... Not a bee joke. So you like jazz. But the movie's over. Everyone has logged off for the night. I am just going to, 1, probably make another drink, and 2, finish the 10,000 Doors of January, and I would love to start Ninth House tonight and get like 50 pages in or so. Our bellies are so full from our ramen, and so we need to kind of decompress a little bit.
It's hard to breathe.
It's hard to breathe. But look at this angel right here. Look at her. Look at that paw. But yeah, that's really it. Bee Movie was absolutely fantastic. I don't know why there was any other choice for us all to watch tonight because it was obviously the only correct choice. And that being said, I'm going to transition into my eye mask and reading for the rest of the evening. Oh, my dudes. Oh. Okay, hello. I have finished The 10,000 Doors of January by Alex E. Harrow. I am super, super pleasantly surprised. I really, really liked this book. And I say I'm pleasantly surprised just because, like I said before, I've just heard mixed reviews about it, and I was just nervous because I really loved her other book. So I didn't want to go in with too high of expectations, and so I was just nervous. I was just nervous that I wasn't going to like it as much as The Once and Future Witches. But I definitely did. Her writing is just absolutely stunning. It's very poetic, it's very, very beautiful, and just very descriptive. And I love that in a book, especially in my fantasy books. It's just, it layers on all of the atmosphere and emotions that I really love to feel. So all in all, I thought that the book was absolutely stunning. It reminded me a lot of The Starless Sea, but putting it on the same like level as The Starless Sea isn't really fair because The Starless Sea is perfect. And it was one of, if not my favorite book of 2021. So is this better than The Starless Sea? I mean, no, but that's not the point. The point is that it had very similar vibes and atmospheric qualities to it, especially with like the fact that both of the stories have like doors that people are going through to other worlds. But it's just really cool because the story was just obviously so different. It was entirely its own thing. And the idea of having the book within a book and having these these doorways going into other worlds. Alex E. Harrow did it in such a different way than Erin Morgenstern, and each stories have their own merits and their own qualities about it that make both books fantastic. So all in all, I had a really good time reading it. I really felt for all of our main characters, and I really liked how it ended. Kind of an open ending, but also like you can inference? Is that a word?
Infer would be the word that you're looking for.
Thank you. But it left off in such a way that you can kind of infer what was going to happen, and it was nice. It was a really, really good read, and I had a great time. So I would maybe give it like a 4.5 or something if you want to know a rating. But yes, so I know that my original plan was to go into Ninth House, but finishing this book put me in a very like whimsical mood and made me really want to pick up a different book. So I'm actually going to pick up another book that was on my TBR for this weekend, and it is The Nature of Witches by Rachel Griffin. I have heard mixed reviews on this one as well, and obviously I am just very much into anything with witches, witch literature, everything right now. This one just feels right, so that's what I'm gonna go with. I want to read what I'm going to want to read, you know? So that's what we're doing. I hope to get through maybe like 50 pages again tonight, and then I'll probably go to bed because we're doing more sprints tomorrow at 9 a.m. We're doing sprints every day this weekend, and it'll be absolutely fantastic. So I will probably update you again in the morning when we are getting ready for those sprints. It is technically now afternoon because it's 1:20 in the afternoon, because I have just been very invested in my day so far and have forgotten to really come on here and say what's up. So what's up? I am almost done with The Nature of Witches, so here's my like update on it, I guess, before it's like completely done. I will finish it in this last sprint, but it's fine. It's okay. I think that I'm very used to my witch stories being a little bit gritty and a little bit more atmospheric than what this is. This book seems to be very focused on the ideas of the magic system as well as like plot oriented, which is fine, but I really like when stories will be very descriptive and, I don't know, lean into the atmosphere of the magic instead of just like what's going on with the magic. I hope that makes sense because I feel like it makes sense. The way that I feel about this book is that it is a really good book to put on audio while you're doing something else because it doesn't require much brain power to pay attention to. And so I've been doing my bullet journal. I've been outlining all of the months for the year so that I can just like have it all ready to go. I'll show you a actual video of what I've decided to do once it's all done. But yeah, so like it's good. I'm fine with it, but I feel like I'm going to forget this book pretty quickly. Unfortunately. I think that it is part because it's a very YA book. So like the emotions and way that things are being described are just a little bit fundamental. I don't know. And plus I'm coming off of a book in which the writing was just absolutely stunning, very lyrical, very poetic, and it was just a really great read. And so this one just feels a little bit bland to me. I'm sorry. But I'm still enjoying it. It's still a fine book. We will come back. I will come back and let you know the finality of it. And then after this, I'm gonna pick up Ninth House. We're very excited. So, I have finished The Nature of Witches by Rachel Griffin, and it was fine. It wasn't really anything special for me. I think I might have said most of what I want to say about the book. The whole storyline for me was just not entirely interesting. Like, it was set at a school for witches, but they didn't really go into any detail about the school. We didn't really know anything about the history of the school. And I get that maybe that wasn't like part of the story, but I am the person that like, I really like knowing things. And I really like knowing like the details and interesting descriptions of things. And I honestly just kind of feel like the most interesting characters were the side characters. Like, our main character, she went through some traumatic stuff. I totally understand, but that was like her whole personality, was her being scared of hurting people with her magic and wanting to isolate, but then wanting connection. And I was over it, I guess. I don't know. I was interested enough to obviously finish the book, but I think that if I didn't read it in one sitting, then I would have struggled to pick it back up if I took days to finish it. So since I read it in one sitting, I think my enjoyment was even higher than what I think that it should have been. But it was a fine book. It was okay. I would give it a 3 at most, which is still a fine rating, but yeah, it was just a very, very okay read for me. So that being said, I'm going to move in to a book that I think could be a really cool read. A little bit nervous about it, but we are going into Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. It's been a long time coming. I haven't been in a mental space where I think that I could handle all of the trigger warnings with this book, but also maybe I was just being a little bit dramatic about it. I don't know. We're gonna find out. But that being said, we are doing our last sprint of the day. We are doing a cute little 39-minute sprint, and then I'm going to take you over to the house and I can finally show you what we've been working on. Mostly Caleb. Caleb has been doing a lot of work. I've been busy at work at the hospital and then busy here. So I haven't been able to go over there as much as I would like to, but we're gonna go over there today. So let's finish this sprint. We got 29 minutes left and we can get a couple pages in Ninth House and then we will get into some warmer clothes and head on over. But yes, very happy with the progress so far this weekend. I finished 2 books in 2 days. This is bananas. And I've got almost all of my bullet journal done. This is great. Very exciting, very productive weekend so far. Let's continue and get into Ninth House. So, some initial thoughts on Ninth House. I am 12 pages in. Not super substantial, but I got to 12 pages and realized that I was underlining a lot with my pen. So then I was like, I should just be annotating and tabbing this book. So I went back and then I reread and started tabbing. And I have quite a few already, and I'm only on page 12. I am loving the vibes of the book so far already. It's very menacing, a little bit creepy, a little bit, dark academia. What else can I say about it? But yeah, I definitely already have questions. I already don't really know what's happening, but I think that the right attitude to go into this is tab the parts that I will have questions about and then come back to them later and make sure that they were answered, or just to see if I now understand what's happening or what those things or situations mean. You know what I'm saying? So right now, I think I'm just going to, go be along for the ride and enjoy it. I was nervous going into this because the trigger warnings are a worry of mine, but mostly because I was worried about going into a book written by Leigh Bardugo that wasn't set in the Grishaverse. I didn't know how I was going to feel about it. But I feel very good about it. I'm very excited to continue and see the tangled web that she's creating with this book and this series. So yeah, I am along for the ride. Again, only on page 12, but the vibes are there. The intrigue is definitely there. So this feels good. I'm feeling better about it. And yeah, that's it. I'm gonna change, get into some more thermal warm clothes, and then take Avi on a walk and go to the house and show you what we, mostly Caleb, has been working on. Hello, welcome back to the house. It has been quite a hot minute since you've been here with me, and Caleb has been hard at work. He is absolutely incredible, and I'm so excited to show you guys all the things that have been going on. A lot of the things have been kind of underground, like the electric that's like now behind our new walls. But there is plenty of like visually aesthetic and beautiful things that have changed. So I'm gonna turn you around and we're going to chat about all the different things. Man of the hour, here he is. All right, so in the kitchen, we have new walls. All the walls are done. Caleb has sanded the ceiling down a little bit, and we will be like patching all of these things. But we have new walls. All of the outlets are done. All of the switches. If you remember what this room looked like before, it was kind of terrifying, but now it is all white and pristine. We have the ceiling to do here, but this was all like a huge bulkhead that was really, really low. So now we're just gonna put drywall over it and just make it all flush with the ceiling that we have already right here. The kitchen looks much, much cleaner. I mean, we have our brick pillar here still, and coming around into the living room, we now have a fresh wall here. Absolutely beautiful. And look at this arch, people. This is the money maker right here. Look at how stunning it is. It makes me emotional. It's so freaking cute. So we have this arch here, which I'm absolutely obsessed with. And then we're gonna have another arch here as well to mirror both. You know, it's gonna look very, very, very cute. And you guys have already seen the white walls pretty much in the rest of this room, but but going into the front room, you have not seen our new bathroom. So, as you know, we were adding a little bathroom in this area to make our house a 3-bed and 2.5 bath. So we added this half bath here, and it is a great size bathroom. It'll have like, I don't know, toilet here, and then a big vanity here with some really cute sconces on each side of the mirror, which I have already purchased because I'm very excited about them. This will obviously have fresh drywall. We are moving the thermostat to right around here. Right here, the new thermostat will be. And yeah, and then that obviously will have a wall here because we have a working front door closet now.
Light works.
Oh, the light works too? Wow, stunning. So this is a really, really nice sized front door closet. But yeah, so if you're coming in from the front door, we have the big room over here, and you can see the arch over there because it's so pretty. It's looking so clean and so nice. It might not look clean to you, but trust me, this is really clean and it looks really nice. But then, friends, if you don't remember how scary the staircase was, then you need to go back to the other videos because it was scary, and Caleb spent a lot of time on these stairs and they look stunning. He has some tape and paper on top to kind of protect them, and we're eventually going to do like a cool little like carpet runner up on the stairs, mostly for Avi so that she can safely get up and down the stairs in her old age. But the stairs are all done, mostly, but they look so much better. They're so sturdy. Listen, do you hear that? Me either, because they don't creak, but they used to. And then coming up into the upstairs, the most terrifying part of the house was the asbestos tile that riddled the upstairs. So if you remember, it was terrifying, brown, and like peeling up everywhere. It's gone. Look at that. Look at that floor. Why am I so out of breath? I don't know either. But so Caleb just skim coated it with like, I don't know, something that you put under tile. What is it? Thin set. And then we will eventually put our hardwood over on top. And this will all be flush and absolutely stunning. But it already looks so much better, I can't even believe it. But now coming into the upstairs, the sunlight is already fading, so apologies if it's a little hard to see. But coming into the hallway, this left room here is nothing really changed because there's nothing much to do in here other than flooring and paint. And then to the right is the same thing. We just need flooring and paint in my little library room. But then coming around this way to this room over here is going to be the bathroom. This area in the hallway will be hardwood, and then coming in here will be a really cool tile that we're going to pick out. And then this room will be split in half because our master shower will be over in this corner here, kind of in front of that window, which we will like fog out, obviously. But yeah, so this gross floor is still all gone. We'll get rid of the old plumbing and everything will be all nice level and have one big, you know, aesthetically beautiful pattern of tile that we have chosen. And then coming into the last back room, this is going to be our master bedroom. It might not look like much is done, but it's because we're doing the upstairs kind of last. But what we have done is mapped out where our closet will be. So what I just walked through will be a little hallway, and then this will be our bathroom. Vanity will come here. The shower will be back here, and then toilet, bathtub in front of the big window because it's beautiful. And then this is going to be our closet. So bedroom, hallway, bathroom, closet. There will be a wall here. The entry to the closet will be here in the hallway. But yeah, so it's going to be a pretty good sized closet. And we're very excited. But yeah, so I think that that's mostly all of the updates that we have done so far. Oh, and another fun thing, we found out last week that our water line blew. So that's a really cool thing that we have to deal with now and pay for. It's gonna be a big chunk of change if you've never dealt with a water pipe before. So right now we have currently 0 water to the house, which is fine because we have to do work anyways on the plumbing. But it's the fact that if we wanted to get water back to the house, we couldn't because there is no water coming to the house because the water line blew. So we're dealing with that as well. But c'est la vie, it is what it is. But yeah, I think that that is it. I think that's where we're at. These stairs are so nice. Wow. I don't think I'm ever gonna get over it. Look at it. And those can lights, it just looks like a showroom. Wow. Hello, good morning. Welcome to Sunday, the final day of this little vlog and readathon that I've been doing. After we were at the house yesterday, we ended up stopping at the liquor store to pick up some soda water for more Tom Collins because it's like my new favorite drink right now. And then my best friend came over with some Indian food, and then I, and Caleb all watched Dune finally. It was a long time coming. We totally kind of forgot about the movie. Because Caleb read the book, and then you guys know that I tried to read the book. The movie was fine. The theatrics were absolutely stunning. The score of the movie was absolutely phenomenal. But I feel like if I didn't read what I did read of the book, I would have been 100% lost. I would have been so confused as to what was happening. And my best friend, Michelle, she hadn't read the book, so she was like, yeah, if you guys weren't here to help explain some things, I probably would have turned the movie off because I was so lost. So all in all, it was still fun. It was a good time. And then Caleb and I kind of took the night off. We watched some Queer Eye and just kind of hung out. So I took the night off of reading, which is totally fine. I'm still on page like 12 of Ninth House, but I am planning on getting some headway done with that today. I'm hoping that I can finish it, but I'm not gonna push it. I don't know how realistic it would be to actually finish Ninth House today, because I'm doing more sprints again with my patrons at 10:30 until about 3:30-ish, and then I'm going to go over to the house again with Caleb, so I'm not going to push it. I am just happy that I finished 2 books. I think that that is awesome, and I'm very content with that. If that is all that happens, I'm fine with it. I would love to get at least halfway through Ninth House. That would be my goal for the day, and I think that that is a realistic goal. So I'm gonna focus on that, and I'm feeling good about it. Looking forward to getting into this story because I have been thinking about it since I stopped reading it, and I'm very intrigued as to what's happening. But yeah, so good morning. I'm going to make some food. We're drinking coffee and get ready for the sprints. just to spice up the angles that I'm giving you. But I am now on page 125 of Ninth House. So not too much progress has been made today. I've had to take this book really slow. That first 100 pages was kind of a doozy. There was so much information, and I had to slow down my audiobook speed and kind of pause it sometimes and reread things to make sure that I was understanding, which I'm totally fine with. I want to enjoy the book, and understanding the book goes hand in hand with enjoying the book. But I have already so many tabs going on, and I am going to have to open my third pack of tabs already, and I'm only on page 125. Like, I don't even think that the camera just captured exactly how many I have, because there's so many. Multiple on pages. But right now I am enjoying it. During the first 100 pages, I was definitely a little bit mentally fatigued because I was trying to learn and understand things perfectly. And when something didn't really make sense, I would pause and kind of like backtrack and try to see if I missed something. That's one of my downfalls in reading sometimes, is like, I don't like not understanding things, even though part of me knows that like not everything will make sense and it'll all fall into place later, and then I would understand what happened. But I don't like that. I like to make sure that like I understand things and that I didn't miss anything previously. So there was a lot of that, a lot of just making sure that I didn't miss anything, a lot of annotating, a lot of underlining, tabbing, all of the things. But now I think we're getting more into like the story aspect of the book, and we will now start using all of the knowledge that I have now hopefully learned in the beginning, and we'll use it into the future story that we're following now. The dual timeline that we're following is pretty interesting from the two different points of views from Darlington and our main character Alex. I literally just got through a pretty tough scene, a scene that I was very nervous about reading, which is one of my trigger warnings. And I'll try to remember to put the trigger warnings for this book down in the description so that you know if you want to read this book or not. It was pretty short. It was only like 3 paragraphs or so, but it was like on-page sexual assault. So be aware. It was a little hard to read, but it was kind of short. So do with that what you will. I'm okay. If you're wondering, I didn't like freak out or anything. Everything's okay. But I am very glad that I waited to read this book until I felt mentally ready. We love self-awareness. But yeah, I'm very interested in this book. I think that the secret societies and all of these super dark things that are going on within these societies is super intriguing. So I am definitely enjoying my time so far. I'm excited to see where it is going, and I want to know when the second book is coming out because I feel like I'm going to be on the edge of my seat. But yeah, I think that's where we're at. So I just finished the finale reading sprints with my patrons for our weekend readathon. Wormathon is what we were calling it. And technically the readathon is still going on until like later tonight. So we will count up how many pages I actually read. And I'm excited to see that number because we were all pretty productive this weekend. And I think Caleb just got home. The plan is to change into some warm, cozy clothes and then go over to the new house to do some more electric. And here he is.
Hi. Interesting spot.
Interesting spot. But yeah, that's the plan. Things are now very chaotic here, so I'm gonna get going, and I will update you a little bit later tonight. Hello, welcome to the closing of this vlog. Last time that we spoke, I kind of mentioned the night plans, but the night plans changed. Caleb hasn't really had an off day in, I don't know, 4 months or so. So when he got back from his nephew's hockey game that was in the middle of the day, we decided that he definitely deserves a day off. So we ended up just staying home and we watched a movie and watched some more Queer Eye. And then I did read a little bit at the end of the night. So we had a lazy Sunday afternoon and it was very nice, very much needed. And now I'm here just to, you know, close out the vlog, do a little recap of the weekend. I think that we ended up streaming for over 15 hours on StreamYard. It was a lot of fun. We were all super productive and it was a really great weekend. We had a movie night, and then I read 2 books and then got 35% of the way into Ninth House. So that amounts to over 900 pages, which I am super stoked about. I know I wanted to get halfway through Ninth House, but honestly, just like the knowledge of knowing that I read over 900 pages this weekend is enough for me. I think that's pretty darn cool. And I got like all of the monthly boxes, like the calendar spreads for the whole year finished, and that takes a lot of time in and of itself. So nice, Abby. Solid. So all in all, the weekend was really, really cool, and you got to see the update on the new house, which is very exciting. It is coming along slowly but surely, and I think that that's all I have for you this weekend. If you are still watching, leave the door emoji down below in the comments, and while you're down there, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. I always appreciate your support, and of course, be kind to one another, and happy reading. Bye.